My sister's wedding cost me 600 hours of unpaid labor. So when my brother asked me to plan his, I gave him exactly what he paid for, nothing. For 8 months, I coordinated vendors, negotiated contracts, designed centerpieces, and managed a guest list of 200 people for my sister's dream wedding. When it was over, she handed me a $50 Visa gift card and said, "For your trouble." My mom called it a labor of love and reminded me that family helps family. 2 years later, my brother got engaged and texted me, "You're planning mine too, right? Since you're basically a professional now." I told him professional planners charge $15,000 and I'd give him the family discount of $10,000. He laughed and sent back, "Good one, but seriously, when can we start?" I calculated every hour I'd worked at standard industry rates. 600 hours at $25 per hour meant I donated $15,000 in labor and received $50 in return. Something in me shifted. I texted back that I was serious about the fee. My brother called immediately and said, "You can't charge family. That's insane." I told him professional planners exist because it's actual work. He said, "You already know how to do everything. It's not like you're learning from scratch." My mom called and said she was disappointed in me for putting money before family. She said, "Your sister's wedding was beautiful because you did it from the heart. Do you really want your brother's wedding to be about a paycheck?" 3 days later, my dad texted saying they'd discussed it and could offer me $500 for my time and effort. I asked if $500 covered 600 hours of work. He replied, "It's more than Sarah gave you, and this way everyone's happy." My brother sent me a Pinterest board with 47 pins and said, "Kayla wants rustic elegance. Should be easy since you did Sarah's garden theme." My mom forwarded me a venue link and said, "Can you use your planner credentials to negotiate a discount?" I replied that I'd need the $10,000 deposit to start booking. My brother responded, "We're not paying you $10,000 to book some vendors." I told him that was fine and I'd planned something within his actual budget. He asked what that meant. I said, "You're paying me $0, so I'll plan a $0 wedding." The next day, I created a Google Doc titled "Complimentary Wedding Plan" and shared it. Venue, my parents' backyard. Catering, potluck with assigned dishes. Decorations, wildflowers from the roadside. Music, Spotify playlist. Photography, disposable cameras on tables. His fiance called me crying and said, "This is a joke, right?" I told her it's exactly what $0 buys. My brother called me selfish and said I was ruining the most important day of his life. My mom said I was tearing the family apart over money. I asked her to define "thanked me for" since I remembered a $50 gift card. She said she wrote you a thank you note in the card. I told them the plan stood unless they wanted to discuss my fee. My dad sent a group text saying I was no longer welcome to plan anything and they'd hire a real professional who understands what family means. 6 weeks later, my brother called and said they'd hired a planner who quoted them $12,000. He said, "We can't afford that. Can we please go back to your original offer?" I told him my rate was now $15,000 since my availability had changed. He hung up. 2 weeks before the wedding, my mom showed up with a folder and said, "I need you to understand something." Inside was every receipt from Sarah's wedding. My mom had tracked all of it. The total vendor costs I negotiated came to $67,000. She said, "You saved us so much money. Can't you see how valuable your contribution was?" I asked her where my cut of those savings went. She stared at me and said, "That's not how family works." I pulled out my own folder with my calculated hours and market rates. She looked at the numbers and said, "Keeping spreadsheets of family favors is the saddest thing I've ever seen. Your sister gave you a gift card and gratitude. That should have been enough."